Okay, folks, Bang Bang here. We're at the secret testing facility doing our range portion of the Tippmann RCR. So real quick, in case you didn't watch the tabletop, there's a couple things that are different about this gun than some of the other competitors or some of the other manufacturers out there. Them are stripling customs. We took the stock ones off and put the striplings on. These are racing sights. If you're gonna run it like a race gun, you should only have racing sights. These are racing sights. What we like about this particular firearm is it's really, really light. It's got the double firing pin at the 12 and 6 o'clock position, which will make it more reliable. It's got 2 charging handles. So if you're up here and you're working the gun and you have a malfunction or have to get rid of a round, you can get to it a lot quicker than having to come back here, which is eating up the clock. Right now, we're gonna run Federal Auto Match. Mag number 1. Next up is the Aguila 40 grain, which mimics mini mags. Norm Attack 40 grain. Okay, next up is Aguila or Aguila. So we're gonna run that, see what happens next. Good to go. Next up is Blazer 40 grain. It's one that you'll see a lot of people shooting it. It's kind of like a bulk ammo, but it's fairly reliable. We're gonna run 2 mags of it. Okay, so next is CCI standard velocity, and standard velocity is 1070 feet per second. So see what happens with that. Light hit. So next, 42 grain Ely 4s. Okay, last but not least, CCI 40 grain mini mags. Mini mags is 1235 feet per second, very comparable to the Ely force that I was running a little bit ago. There you have it. Folks, this isn't our first time with this gun. We had one other range session and we had some issues and we sent the gun back. We're gonna show you some of that footage now. Folks, we finished with the range portion. We actually had to stop it, and this is the reason why. We didn't feel that the firearm was safe enough for us to continue with the test. The trigger just wasn't acting correctly. Now, Chris managed to lubricate it a little bit and get it working better, but it just isn't quite right. See that? We sent the gun back to Tippmann, and she runs now. So now I'm going to give you the pros and cons on this gun. One is it's American made, and it's made in my home state, Indiana. Number two, I like the dual charging system. You don't have to come back here to engage it. You got one right up here. I like that. The other thing I like is the double firing pin at the 12 and 6 o'clock position. I think that's a plus. So some of the things that I would opt for change, and I believe some of them are available through Tippmann. One is the trigger. I would opt for a better trigger. Probably the only strike against this that I don't particularly care for, and I can get over that, that's not a major issue for me, is the sponge, I'd call it sponginess in the buffer system. You'll get that recoil, but as you can see, she ran, and she swings really, really quick. Probably quicker than me.
So hey, it's Chris from the RPG Media team. The Tippmann RCR. Well, you've seen the video today. You've seen it run. I have to say, I'm impressed. And I'll tell you what I'm impressed by. I'm impressed by the lightweight. I'm impressed by the fact that they offer this dual charging handle system on the gun. If you train with that system, that's going to make you really fast at getting on the target, doing mag changes, things like that. The idea would be for sports like rimfire, falling steel, where you're going to be making mag changes on the clock. This feature right here is going to be a big deal. And it will help with clearing malfunctions as well. You know, I think Tippmann did the right thing. Here's why. I'm not a huge fan of this gun, but they brought this lightweight competitive rifle in an AR platform down to a price that everybody can afford. And what I mean by that is they're thousands of dollars, $1,200, $1,400, $1,500, $1,800 or more. Tippmann's coming out with this right around the $800 price point. It's good. It works. The best thing about the Tippmann is they've got a great magazine system. They got a great loader for the magazine system. like Mike said, made in the USA, made here in Fort Wayne. You know, all the best things. If you saw our video of the tour of Tippmann, you saw all the machining, all the things that were done in-house. We like that a lot too. Cons, things I didn't care for. Like Mike mentioned, I don't like this. It has very much that M4 5.56 centerfire feel. I would prefer a rimfire race gun to not have that much movement in it, because in rimfire racing, tenths of a second win and lose matches. But it's not unworkable, like Mike said. You can deal with it. If you train with this gun and you get good with this gun, you can work through it. The other consideration, trigger. Yeah, I gotta say, the trigger blows. I don't like it. But most factory triggers do. The one they're offering from the factory is not that great. But don't be bashful. Contact Tippmann if you want to buy one of these. Get the upgraded trigger. Sights. Sights are whatever you want to put on them. I know that 80% of the people watching this are going to opt right for a red dot. Great. These are the iron sights that Mike and I run. These are what we use on our iron sight guns. These are the Stripling fiber optic front, ghost ring rear sights. Overall, I think it's worth a buy. I think it's worth a look. Tippmann's been around for a long time. They're well established. Their M4 standard carbine is a proven workhorse of a firearm. A side note, Mike and I, until we got this gun in our hands, never fired a semi-auto Tippmann. That's it, no joke. All the Tippmanns we ever fired were fully automatic at their demo days. These are some of the first semi-autos we've ever fired. We were impressed with them then. This one has turned out to be impressive now that it's been back from the factory and been repaired. And I'll definitely give it a thumbs up, and you probably should take a look at it too.
You've now heard our spiel on the pros and cons on this gun. So I would seriously take a look at them. Don't take our word for it. Go out and try it for yourself, or go to a demo day. Contact them and find out what particular upgrades they have to offer. I'm saying they're definitely a competitor in the market. Remember, if you like what you see, like, share, comment. Push us, we'll push you. See you next time at the range. Keep your powder dry and shoot straight. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Shake your booty.